I, okay, all right, I'm not entirely sure the whole 30 seconds, but who knows. So I've been trying to life together and being rather, semi-successful at it. So that's just kind of how this morning has felt like. I kind of had started a couple things and then sort of had to get sidetracked or didn't really pan out. So I needed, I'm very glad that we have this stream, because that will give me a time to like sit down and like just focus on one thing and one thing only, which is writing. And hopefully it will have a much better end result than some of my other attempts from this morning. Again, my apologies for video glitches, which seem to be rather awful today. I'm still trying to figure it out, still not succeeding. So yeah. So please forgive me for glitches today. And I totally understand if it's too distracting and you need to pop onto somebody else's live stream to focus, that's fine. More power to everybody getting just like whatever they need to done. So that's kind of the vibe I'm coming into it this morning, of like, I need to get some work done. But also just like, I need something to work out for me today. I did have an idea for Cinderella, which I wrote on this little teeny tiny little sticky note. But I also have been really focusing, just like these last couple days, on the re-outlining of the next draft for Project Gray, my YA fantasy, and I am almost done with re-outlining the whole manuscript. And so I'm kind of like, I kind of just want to flip a coin and be like, YA, Cinderella. So I'm not entirely sure which of the two that I want to write. And which one would make me feel like I had made more progress. I feel like probably working on the manuscript, getting the re-outlining done would make me feel like I was making more progress, I think. So I might try and focus on that first and just see how that goes. That's kind of the vibe for today. I keep saying that. I don't know if it's really a vibe or not. Maybe I just want to talk like all the young kids do. Megan says, hello. Hello, Megan. Maggie says, hello, Megan, as well. And hello to Maggie. Hello, lovelies. Are we there yet? We are. We're here. We are here. How are you today, and how are the goats? Maggie says, I'm having vertigo. Oh no, and light sensitivity today, but not too bad. How are you today? I hope your vertigo and light sensitivity goes away. That's what I hope. Kai, hello, you're loving the cat thumbnails. Oh, yay. I was actually thinking about next week's, as I usually set up the following week on Saturday. I try to anyway. And so since next week ends with Valentine's Day, I'm thinking I might do teddy bears, or at least like pairs of animals that look cute together. But I'm kind of leaning towards teddy bears. Rosalind says hello. And Maggie says hello, Kai. Hello, Rose. CV says hello. Hello, hello. That look at, yes, I saw the picture. I was like, I have to have it. I just want to pet little kitties. Hellos all around. Devin is here. Howdy. Howdy, howdy. Petra is here. Hello. Becca is here. Hello. I did pull a card and I thought it was fun, because with my Friday streams, I always sort of like try and title it like Fun Friday, or Fan Fiction Friday, whatever. So I like having the alliteration in there. And then we pulled the Fox Spirit for today. So another F. He looks so cool. So the main message for today is think on your feet. And so be alert. This fox spirit has appeared and you are meant to move swiftly. Let this clever spirit draw out your creativity as you adjust to rapidly changing circumstances with resilience, grace, and astuteness. Are they talking about me or are they talking about my characters? Somehow I think it's talking about my characters and not me because I don't move very quickly at all. Fox Spirit says, wants to help you think on your feet, using your best judgment and wits to help you slip into a more advantageous situation. Now is not a time to hesitate, but time for swift action of the mind, a time to think outside the box and notice the many ways in which you might make a move, aware of your surroundings and always clear on what you deserve and wish to co-create. Trust that your cleverness, guided by the fox, will serve you well. So the main sort of like question that you have to sort of like double check or warn yourself about is if you are not paying attention to the fox, are you camouflaging yourself to avoid intimacy? Perhaps you are being too clever for your own good and playing games to protect yourself. Ooh. Lots of things. Lots of things you could do with that. I'm not sure if anybody needed that message for themselves or if they needed it for their characters. Because some days when I feel like it doesn't necessarily really apply to me, I feel like it could apply to my characters. So, hello, Devin, that guy with all the links. Yes, all the links. His playlists are very helpful. All the hellos. Need to start dinner and make up next week's med box? Yes, absolutely. Make sure that you take care of yourself. All of the things that you need to do them. That is what the sprints are for. Heather says, I'm off to do other things for a bit, but you'll be back soon for sprints. Excellent. Amelia is here. Hello. How are you, Amelia? Maggie says, hello, Heather, and hello, Amelia. And Kai says, the hair is so pretty. Oh, yay. I made sure I scrunched enough product into it this morning. But I was actually looking back at some of the streams from last April, and my hair has grown. So hair last April was about here, and so my hair has grown all of this in a year. So it's hard to decide sometimes. Yes, and that's why I'm just like, should I just flip a coin? Stacy made it. Yay! Welcome. Amelia is having trouble trying to decide where to start your story for the best hook possible. Sometimes you may just have to come back to it. Sometimes after you write the rest of the story, you know, then you have a better idea of the atmosphere and theme that you want the story to have. Hello, Hallie. Haven't seen you in a while. Welcome back. Llama Love. Yes. Fox is perfect for Friday. Yes. Sloth Sweethearts. Ah, okay. So for the thumbnails. Okay, so Llama Love would be cute. Yes. I'm going to write that down. As suggested by Maggie. So Stacy hopes that it means for the characters, and yes. Quarantine hair, yes, the growth is real, and I mean, I could, since my hair is just like cut straight across when it's not as like scrunched, like it's not that big of a deal to have it trimmed. Plus, my mom and I have relatively similar hair. Hers is a little bit straighter and a little bit finer than mine. And so I gave her a trim last like May. And her hair has been fine. Like, so, and she has done my hair before. So, you know, it's just kind of like, that's one of the things that, like, if your hair does not require a great deal of, if your hair is like pin straight, or relatively straight, or can be pin straight with just some water, then it's relatively easy to just like as long as you're not doing it. It's like as long as you have somebody else doing it for you, it's kind of easy. So Tina says hello. That's one good and cheap thing that about my mom and my hair is that we didn't always have to go get a like $40 and $50 haircut at a salon, because like it's gonna look the same. Like all we're gonna ask them to do is just trim a little bit off the bottom. So Callie's been in a writing slump, but you're trying to get some motivation. All right. Well, hopefully we can help you with that motivation. And Tomato Tom will be here to help as well, because I think I would like to use Tomato Tom. Change buttons a little bit. I'm just looking at my oh, yes, they have. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Share the audio. All right. So now the question becomes, do we want to start with a 25, a full-length Pomodoro sprint, or do we want to start with the long break, quote unquote, long break 15? Would you rather have him sort of brainstorming first, or would you like Tomato Tom to get straight to work? What would you like to do? Amelia says, when I was younger, my hair used to be impossible to curl, and now it does whatever it wants, and today it's curly. I always was super jealous of my friends who had curly hair, and because I didn't do anything to my hair to like actually make it properly wavy. Like I just knew that my hair was outrageously frizzy some days, because I do have like some wave in it. And I knew that like after braiding my hair for like 5 minutes, I would have those waves in my hair for the rest of the day. So I just like, I never knew what to do with my hair, because like 90% of my family has pin straight hair. And so, and all the ones who, as I was growing up, had slightly wavy or curly hair, they had all passed by the time I had some sort of interest in having decent hair. So it was, learning to do your hair as an adult is interesting, because everybody's like, shouldn't you already know this? Like, no, I don't know anything. That's the problem. So, all right. So we will do brainstorming because both Callie and Becca voted for it. So let's go ahead and do our reminders. So if you have already been working this morning, make sure you save. Make sure you have something to drink and hydrate. I have water right now. And 3, make sure you straighten your spine and roll your shoulders back for a posture check. 4, if you need to stand up, walk around, get your blood flowing, or go get a snack, please make sure you do so. Remember to take care of yourself. Okay, those are your reminders, and we can now get started with Tomato Tom and his brainstorming ways in 3, 2, 1, go! Okay, that was the end of number 1. How did you do? I opened up the document, and then I saw a sticky note that I had wanted to write down a random fact, and I decided I would create a random fact spread in my bullet journal. So that's what I did. So I could get rid of that sticky note. So it was not very productive. But I did put a couple of other random sticky note things that I had written to instead random fact page, so I can now get rid of multiple sticky notes, which is nice. But I don't really know how many words. Maybe 100-ish, maybe. But yes, that was more of a distraction than productive. So yeah, my bad. But it was still fun. So we had a couple of people pop in just as we were about to start. So let's see. Okay, so Charlie popped in and said, hey, hey. Laura Parkinson arrived. Just Eva arrived. And everybody switch. There we go. The wind is making your internet super laggy today. Oh no. But then again, I'm also lagging. So if it's based on just your visual cues from me, it's me, not you. And I froze just on that. So lovely. Okay, so Callie got 223 of brainstorming notes, and you moved a bit of the family tree around. Very nice. Very nice. Petra got 167 fresh words. Very nice. So there's Callie's. Great. So there's Callie's. There's Petra's. Tina spent the sprint editing. Again, StreamYard, let's go. Becca says, still trying to make this pattern for a sewing project, and this is day 3. Hopefully you can finish today and start actually cutting the fabric out. That would be nice. That would be very nice. Mom has gotten a whole bunch of sewing patterns. She was trying to decide some of the ones that she might actually make again, or make in general, because she also inherited all of the patterns from my great aunt, who was also a wonderful quilting. So she had patterns for quilts as well. So we just have like a mismatch of patterns of all kinds. So Laura Nettles says, I took a nap. I need a longer one. Now, Charlie says, I opened a couple of documents and tried to focus your mind on something, anything. Might just do some recording and editing. If you can't focus on writing the words, then maybe speaking the words might help. Laura says, working is making me tired since it makes you get up before noon. You have fallen into night owl patterns. It's really hard to become a morning person. Devin sorted some files and updated playlists. Very nice. Caesar's preschool. Very nice. Maggie says 257. Interview for your next release in the Pagosa Cliffs series. Quote, malevolence is a choice as much as love and forgiveness are choices. Your daughter's principal, not preschool. Okay. Laura Parkinson says, I'm not happy able to write something new and not just edit. Drafting is nice. Stacy says, I cannot think of a subject title. Probably along the lines of whatever the content of your email is, just very, very succinct. Because that helps because I, as a school email inbox, you get thousands, pretty much almost 1,000 a day is what and I'm sure, like, as a teacher, I got that many. And so the administration would have been getting double or triple that, because they would be getting email from students, from teachers, from faculty, from staff members, from parents, from local news people, from so anything that makes it more succinct. CB says, I am doing homework for your Friday group. Very nice. What's this week's theme? Maggie asks Becca, are you going to have a video? It would be fun. CB says, how about you just put the reason you're writing the email? Yeah. So it's not a simple question. This this could work if it's a smaller school, or if you have had multiple interactions with principal before about your kind of difficult. Yeah. Question, but it's not easy to simplify. Yeah. Actually, more about your other daughter and not the one currently in her school. I don't know. I mean, yeah, and it's probably not necessarily a good idea to put it in the chat. Anything that might be an identifier, like a no. Yeah, just Eva, I like that. Inquiry about or question about. Yeah. So Innuel writes, did I pronounce it correctly? Hello, creators. Hope everything is well and being productive. Yes, we're actually just about to start another sprint, and this will be the 25-minute Pomodoro sprint with our tomato Tom. So Becca says, I'm going to make a video to launch your new crafting channel, hopefully early next week, depending on how long it takes to make this project. Very nice. Okay, let's actually go ahead and up to the second sprint banner. And like I have been doing recently, the second sprint is your opportunity for shameless self-promo in the chat. The books or anthologies that you have coming out, any blog posts that you have scheduled or recently published. So shameless self-promo is welcome in the chat. Okay, make tomato Tom bigger. Okay, all right. And here are your reminders for the second sprint. 1, save your document. 2, make sure you're staying hydrated. Drink whatever liquids you have. 3, drink whatever liquids you have as long as they are safe to drink and you are of age to safely drink them. 3, straighten your spine and roll your shoulders back for a posture check. And 4, if you need a longer break or if you need a snack from the kitchen, your reminders. And let's get started in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, that is the, and I misspelled the last word. Of course I did. So I think, what was I was at 770. So I am 3. So I think I did 695 words, if my mental calculations are correct, which is a really nice sprint. But that's good. And I was sort of thinking over something I have decided to change. I have decided to put different limitations on my main character. Limitations are for hiding in the shadow something. And so the shadows in the shadow realm within the shadow of people versus like buildings or barrels or what he can hide. But because of that, I have to redo where he was hiding underneath the carriage of the Duke on their way back to the capital. And so I had originally had him the sort of like the after effect of being and so I had to rewrite it because I decided I wanted him to be able to hide partially behind luggage. So instead of having him hide in a luggage rack that was empty, now he's hiding in a luggage rack behind things in the shadow realm. And so it makes it a little bit easier for him to do the long haul cross-country trek underneath the carriage and not get discovered. And also, yeah, so still have not entirely figured out what the main cause of the video glitch is, but I do know that it gets worse when I come back from being muted. So things that I'm having to deal with, and I apologize for it. So let's see, where were we? So Stacy to write, but also tempted to sit and relax. And then ultimately, but also you were going to work on a spreadsheet, but so Al, hello. How are you? Laura says, my next batch of hooray! Anyway, got 637 words for that sprint. Very nice. Very nice. And better days here. Yes. Welcome. Megan took a shower. Very nice. Productive. Somehow reminded me of either a school announcement bell or an airport. We want your attention, but we don't want to alarm you type of bell. Stuck in editing mode. Petra got, Charlie says, I recorded some audio. I forgot how much I really enjoy recording when you don't have the camera on. Yeah, well, I mean, it takes at least one pressure off for sure, because then you don't have to think about Do I look decent? Is the background, so CB says, I finished my homework. Yay! Okay, and yes, CB did tell us what that homework was. You had to look up a word and then, and where is it? Where is it? Sure. That you had to look up and use a screenplay. I can't find it. Where'd it go? I don't know. I'm not sure. It's somewhere in there. It is somewhere in there. Well, I feel like we got kind of in the zone there. And I don't mind going back into the zone. So if y'all are okay with it, I'm going to reset. We can get started on a third sprint. Again, your reminders, save your document. Drink sun and roll your shoulders back. Do a posture check. And then for your fourth reminder, make sure that if you need a longer stretch break, make sure you get one because you need to take care of yourself. Yes. Thank you, CB. Now begin with Tomato Tom getting back to work in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, that was the end of the third, and all right. And hello, in welcome. Ooh, also, okay, so I think, how many words have I gotten now? Let's do the math, like actually pull the calculator up. It's not an easy calculation this time. Okay, so switched your Camp Nano project again, so you're going to be doing something else. The word count is absolutely stunning. For 2020, you have written 1,170 words, which is amazing. It's absolutely amazing, CB. That is like, that's a holy cow moment. Sarah says, I've been doing lots of stuff, took a shower, did some cleaning, downloaded Sage's book, The Heart Whispers, and read some of it. Ooh, very nice. There has been a day rather than a writing day. Friday, you want to get things done before the weekend, that kind of thing. So yeah. Okay, so Stacy says, I just had a call from my daughter's earlier email, irrelevant. Yeah, you can at least get confirmation through the email as to whether or not whatever your answer should be is going to be. So CB says, I'm planning days. Okay, is this in preparation for, I think I have that right. And oh no. Yes, sometimes it definitely laptop has finally decided to bring up my calculator. Okay, I've written one stream, which is really good, which I'm very glad for. Because so that is very nice. I'm glad that I've gotten at least that much done. Chapter one scene, two scenes, three scenes. I finished 3 scenes. I finished re-outlining 3 scenes, which is awesome. So I'm now on to the 4th scene, actually, for today. Nice. Moved tomorrow. Ooh, whose stream was that? Also, okay, so it is 2:50. Do a short 10-minute sprint and link parade and continue to chat. Would you like another mini sprint? Let me see if I can get a 10-minute. Okay, there we go. Maybe. Okay, not seeing it. Let me check the YouTube side. Okay. Their opinions. So, let me just start. Okay. All right, so let me go ahead and put in or the playlist. Go over there every day and check out the daily streams. And Mallory Cooper streams both on YouTube and on so there is Mallory YouTube, and here is vlog on Twitch, and has been streaming relatively regularly. CB Chin has just started to do some afternoon at 3:15. It is with fun stream. HK Darkwood is also doing a stream tonight. Start Eastern times. Tomes, I think, was that this? No, that was last week. Jessica Williamson is doing Read With Me Sprint, which you could also, but this week it's going to be at 6 p.m. rather than 8 p.m. So it's moved up 2 hours. Sarah Cannon has been doing word sprint challenges, but I don't know if there's going to be one today, but I'll put a link to the Heart Readings channel where those have been going on. Streams Fridays at 8 p.m. The channel. 6 weeks as well. Tessa. So let's put Tessa's in. At 8:30. Do. And then writing sprint stream starting at 11 p.m. tonight Eastern. So 11 p.m. to 2 a.m. Eastern time. The Exum, which was a new channel that I discovered this day due to Devin's playlist, is starting one just before 11:30 p.m. I think that's all. Check Devin's playlist, which is on the screen now and is at the top of the link. Streaming today. So Little Forest Homes is streaming at 5. All right. I think that's it. So that is So we are done with the sprinty sprints. I am looking for. I'm looking for something that I do not know what it is. Okay. So yes, so to get, I think how much do I have? And then another, okay, so I have about 60. So hopefully I can get a little bit either today or tomorrow, and then on Sunday I will be able to really start redrafting. So I can officially make some actual. That's kind of the hope, is that yeah. All right. Buttons. The buttons are not working. Screen for a little bit and it just was not working. Okay, fun times. All right, y'all. I think that's going to be it for me, even if it's a couple minutes early. We'll just give you some time to go get some more water, to save your documents, do an extra stretch, all that kind of fun stuff. And yeah, so I will be back on Sunday, and then next week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, for more sprints. So I will